Okay. Jack Ike, we had you before. Let's see here. I think the last one we had with you, Jack, was 2394. 2394. Let's see here. 2394. Oh, it was the immortal froggy. Like, it was the frog that was very lonely and immortal, and you were able to plug things into it. Yes. Alright, Jack. You wrote slot on unallocated. Our last one, and thank you, Jack, for keeping it nice and short. It's also really highly rated. Goddamn. Tips. Take a breather to read this every 5 minutes. It will look shifty if you take too long to clean up. Don't all read this at the same time. One reads while the other two mop. You start to feel crook, stop looking at the lamp. Don't cover it or someone will come in. If you don't want to feel like you're insane for the rest of your life, don't read anything further. Get back to work or something. Read the whole fucking thing before you start destroying it. Yeah. So we have item SCP 739 1648 2439. Updated number of if slot taken. Why don't we just leave it? And 901. Object class Keter. Keter equals what? Special containment. This is so weird to read. Special containment procedure. Foundation personnel other than us D classes can't know this thing exists. It says between. Oh. And then normally the D class know about, but not the Foundation. If someone tries to tell them about it, fuck them up so they won't or can't. Yeah, you probably get in deep shit for it, but it's better than the alternative. If someone who isn't a D class comes in and reads this, kill them. Just break their skull or some shit and scratch the wall this is on so nobody can read it. Try to make sure you tell someone else about all this first though, so we can keep it controlled. Description. It's an idea that infects people who know about it and takes over their mind slowly. It's some ancient mind, some alternate dimension we think. That's trying to get into ours and take over. It's smart, so it will spread around the Foundation real quick if it gets a chance, which is why this is scratched into this wall away from the camera. Kilroy was here. So this is all scratched into the wall, huh? Okay. Okay, sure. By now you've been hearing the faint whispering that is the thing we're containing. If you can hear it, there's no turning back. Can we actually hear it? Would be great if it was actually whispering. If you can hear it, there's no turning back now. You're stuck with this until you die, which you can do early if you want. We don't know how long it's been around, since everyone seems to vanish every month. Spoiler alert, you don't get out, which makes it hard for information to get around. What we're left with is this, which is just Chinese whisper and such. We give it a proper number, but to do that we have to tell someone, which will be counterproductive. So instead we just get the occasional disgraced researcher to tell us when the number has been used. That's why slot allocated. It's looking for a number slot. The format's been like this forever. I don't think any of us even know what Keter means. When you do, don't let the guards or researcher know this is here. I also love that they don't know what Keter means. That's why I was like, yeah, okay, you're containing something, but it doesn't sound like Keter. It sounds pretty much like either a Euclid. At worst, and even like at most worst case scenario, safe. Because like, what if it's not something that really does anything, and you guys just think it does? Whatever you do, don't let the guards or researchers know this is here. They only let these into here to clean up, and the higher ups haven't tested the lamp in ages, I think. And it's the only room in this side that doesn't have cameras in it, so it affects that lamp. It should be pretty obvious that this Foundation lock can do anything they want, so if they got taken over by something like this, there'd be no stopping it. We're fine though, since we're probably going to be dead by the end of the month anyway. Which isn't long enough for it to fully take over. If you think it's getting the better of you, do something apeshit and get shot. Blaze of glory if you want. Destroying this would be the easiest way to crush this thing once and for all. Yeah, but don't. Not if you don't have to. Why? Firstly, it's the right thing to do for any of you who are seeking redemption for whatever the fuck you did. Someone needs to remember this thing exists so it's kept controlled. It showed up at the first time, didn't it? What if we just did it again somewhere else if we destroy this? What if these in some other side have something like this but they don't destroy it? We keep this so we can control it. Or if you're not down for the redemption bit, keep it out of spite. This is the one thing we know they can't know. This can be the last fuck you. The obsession with controlling, knowing, understanding everything, they use us to do this. March us to death to see how we die. Use us as a labor to mop up goo from a fucking lamp. We're expendables. But with this, we have the advantage. Every time one of us dies so they can learn something, they lose the chance to learn about the one thing that would fucking obliterate them. This is our weapon against them. The one-shot nuke that would fucking crush them to shit and hidden right on the fucking noses in a room that can't be stuff looking at. What about the assholes who just want to tell them? Refer to containment procedures first paragraph, but don't use it. Not yet. Some of us have family and friends outside of this hell and they would suffer. Our jailers would be used like little hand puppets by his mind. Our jailers would be used like little hand puppets by his mind, and through them the world would suffer. Crushed under the brute of the Foundation, this thing can only be used once too. If we release it too early, then they adapt, they learn to avoid it, they'll contain it, they'll survive. Then our advantage will be gone for good, we'll be exactly what they think we are, expendable. So don't let anyone use it. It isn't time. Not yet. Just in case you're the Eldritch thing, fuck off, square face, we're worthless for sure, but we can't get shit done as well as the others. You're not getting in. Welcome to Red Pill, Project Lighthouse, Pandora Force. He said that with a lot of bravado and pride. Alright. Transformer. Pandora. Hiding anomalies. Pandora. I don't know. Okay. Of a clever way to make this Transformer reference. But the D-Class have an anomaly for themselves. Foundation Foundation members don't know. It's their little upper hand feeling for once. Okay, me tired. I'm going to bed. Where is, oh yeah,